Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Can everybody hear me okay? I hope you can. Thomas Trains, you get the cookie tonight. How about that? And let's see, John Knopfley. How are you doing? Good to see you. Joe, good to see you in here, man. And there's John Train BFGR. Hey, Floyd, how's it going? Good to see you. Dwight, how are you doing? Hey, Andy, how's it going? And everybody can hear me okay, right? Right. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Nisi, good to see you. How you doing? Floyd? Well, Thomas, I have a lot of KCS railroad spikes, actually. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I even found some down at Alexandria where the yard used to be. There were some old spikes laying around. And the yard's been gone since late 90s, I think. So, man, it's good to see everybody. I don't have them in here. I've got them out in my workshop, which is out in my garage. So, it looks like a regular old spike. Ain't nothing special about it. Kyle, good to see you, Kyle. Yeah, I can send you one. Hey, John, how are you doing? Hey, John Schoolkill River. John Benicki, and then John Schoolkill River is here. I could sure send you one, Thomas, but there, like I said, there ain't nothing special about it. It just looks like a regular old spike. So you can just send me your address and I'll send you one. You know my email, flyingcrow@yahoo. Hey, there's Nathan. I might, Nathan. I might do that. That's way down the road, though. That is way down the road. So you'll notice Uncle Wilmer is not with me this evening because this is his. I think at his church they were having their Christmas social, so uh, he won't be here this evening. So it'll be me flying solo, like he's been flying solo without me. It's been busy. I tell you what, Christmas is always busy. So if you're involved in music, you you have a lot of stuff going on around Christmas time, but it's pretty much all over now. So I get back to a normal schedule. Dave BNSF, how's it going? Yeah, and Christmas is coming up. So hey, Sparky, how's it going? Good. That's good, Nathan. Happy. Good to see Pappy. Hey, James, how's it going? And there's Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt. So, what does Everybody have anything special on their Christmas wish list? I had asked my wife about some tank cars that Atlas was coming out with, but I still don't know if they're even out yet. They were supposed to be out last year, and they're still not out as far as I know. So, but I am going to do something that she gave me last year. Last year she gave me this Merchant's Row #4, and I'm going to go ahead and start building it tonight. So. We can see what it looks like together. I've just unwrapped it from the plastic, but I haven't even taken it out of the plastic bags yet. So that's what I was planning on doing this evening. Nathan inspired me because, if you saw that little video I put up, Nathan sent me this little diner here. And so I said, well, maybe it's time I start getting my town done, because that's where that little diner is going to go, in the town. So I decided to start building this. I started my Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's as far as I've gotten on it so far. So I'm going to have a Kentucky Fried Chicken in town. But I figured I'd do this Merchant's Row, and that would give me a good start on the rest of the town. It looks like inside they have some of those little roomette things or something similar. I don't know if I'll use all of them. I'll probably use the plumbing one, but the photo studio I don't think I'll use. I think they do sell other cardboard cutouts for this, for these Merchant Row things. So I'll be looking into that. And of course they got curtains and blinds, so that's pretty neat. The dog can't go shopping, that's right. Cruising Miami, not cursing it. Okay. And then, of course, they've got the decals that go on the signs. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see what the instructions look like. Marvelous. That's it. There's the instructions. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually assemble this whole thing and then paint it after I assemble it. I don't usually do that, but I think with this it'll be pretty easy. Well, I don't know what other businesses. Like I said, the only little room that I like is the plumbing one. The other two I don't care for. The bicycle shop, and the photo studio. I don't think I'll use that. I don't know. I'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can always go on the internet and print out my own pictures and things like that. So, hey, Ken Amos, how you doing? Went down the wrong way. Okay. Just so you know, just kind of give you an overview of what I'm planning on doing in the town. Get the camera out off the tripod. So the town's going to start down there. You see that gas station way down there, and then I've got a railroad overpass there. I think this is in the way. I've got my railroad overpass, and then this is going to be a street here, and the road through town is going to go under this. I'm going to split this here, and then I'm going to have a crossing at grade up here. So, and I already have my crossing signals and my circuit board for my crossing signals. And then the town's going to continue here. Most of the business buildings are going to be along this stretch in here. So. Right where my junk is all sitting. All right. Can I hold up the box again? Which one? The Merchant's Row? Is that the one you wanted, Pap? So that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm going to just assemble it all and then paint it. I don't normally do that, but except for and I'm not going to put the windows in, of course, before I paint it, but everything else. I don't normally do that, but I think with this little kit, it'll be fine. That's right, Nathan. So I'll have some place to eat. All right. Okay, so here's the great instruction kit from Walthers. The instructions in the kit from Walthers. Isn't that wonderful? That's the whole thing. Those are just the signs. I ain't going to worry about them yet. Those are the windows. I ain't going to worry about them. All I got to worry about is the concrete base and the roof and the walls and that kind of stuff. All right. So let's see what it says. 2 optional cornices, 11 and 12, are provided for the left storefront. Glue a cornice in place of the front wall. Well, let me see where the cornices are. Where is part 11 and 12? So I will. Well, that's good to know, Anthony, if this is all you need. Yeah, they are, Nisi. Top-notch instructions. So let me find part 11 and 12. Not on this one. Isn't it good to not know where the parts are? $2,000. Wow. Made some money off of this thing. So, I don't know where part 11 and 12 is. Isn't that good? There's 2. $19 and $21. Okay. The last sprue in the kit, and those are all signs. Those are all windows. I see nothing that says 11 and 12 on it. So if somebody can steer me to part 11 and 12, I would be most gracious. 16, 9, 10. The only thing I could think might be 11 and 12 are these. But I don't see any part numbers. And isn't this wonderful? Oh, that's what these are? These are 11 and 12? Okay, if you say so. But there's no part number on it. How would I even know that? And it says 2 optional cornices are provided for the left front storefront. Glue a cornice in place on front wall 2. Okay. We'll do that then. Yeah, there actually is no part number on these. I'll bet that it was supposed to be here, and you can see that's broken off, and it's not in the box. So I'll bet that's where the part numbers were. All right, so I'm going to cut those off. So Anthony, you've obviously built this before, then, haven't you? Now what I do in my there it is. I had a file sitting here. There it is. All right, so I'm going to smooth off the stub from where I clipped it off of the. I'm going to turn that down a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. Wigwag, did I say hi to Wigwag? I don't remember whether I did or not. Well, Kyle, you're gonna have fun if you build some Walthers kits. Yeah, so Nathan, this Merchants Row 4 is actually three businesses together in one long building. Now there's a lot of flash on here too, but that's to be expected from a kit this old. They probably haven't created any new molds in a long time. So these, it says, are optional, but I'm going to use them because I like the looks of them. I like the architecture. Yeah, you can see how much flash is on there. That's that's supposed to be flat and smooth. So Ray Burleson, how you doing? Yeah, so a file is usually better for cleaning these up because it doesn't leave the scratches that sandpaper does. Hmm. Boy, this is messy, messy, messy. Scale trains are making the bad word trains. I've never heard of that. Well, Nathan, the just plug system is a little expensive because you need the hub, you need the power unit, and it's just all not necessary. If you go to Evans Designs, you can get the 3 volt LEDs and a power system for it for $15 and power up to 100 LEDs just on that one system. So I prefer doing it that way. And the only good thing about the just plug system is that you can individually, uh, turn down the brightness of the lights. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It just gets a little expensive if you've got a lot of lights on your layout. I didn't think it was going to take me 20 minutes to clean up 2 parts. Oh, Dave, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, that terrible 4-letter combination that doesn't exist in my world. All right. So now let me cut out the front wall. And clean this up. Yeah, you can do that, Nathan. If you get a bunch of DC power packs, you can hook multiple lights into them. You just got to be careful about which LEDs you use and how much voltage you're putting to them. That's all. I want to, where those stubs are, I want to clean this up because the roof sits on here. So make sure and clean that little groove out where it was attached to the sprue. I know this takes extra time, but you won't be sorry when you go to put everything together. That's for sure. Let's see. All right. So, I see what it's saying. I get a choice of one or of these 2 cornices. Aha. I was thinking I had to use both of them. But that is not the case. Okay, so which one do I want to use? Do I want to use this one? I should trim these little things off the back. There we go. That's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do, take my glue, and for this kind of thing, I like using the tube type glue. That's just me, though. You can use any type of glue you want. And the reason I like using this type for this is this actually has plastic in it. Believe it or not, it's toluene with, so it just gives it a little bit of, melts a little bit better, I think. You don't have to use an awful lot. It might be more than I really need. But let's see. You know what? Put a little bit. Just file a hair off of the top a little bit. Because you can put a little glue along the top. There we go. Just hold it tight for about 20 seconds. Oh, you did, huh? Nope, it ain't ever going to come off. Yep, tester's glue. Just good old tester's glue. There we go. That's the optional cornice on the top. There it is. So, all right. Okay, I'm not putting in the window glazing right now because I'm going to paint it before I do that. So I'm going to glue the doors. That's these things. I hope I don't have to do a lot of filling, Anthony, but chances are I will. You got these little tabs here that you got to cut off. Once again, a little filing. Yeah, these are real similar to the DPM kits. I actually have one of those I need to put together. Yeah, hopefully when like I said, when I get it together, I won't have to use a lot of putty like I do in a lot of Walthers kits. All right. Canadian Locomotive Logistics, welcome. All right. Let's see the doors. So it's got it turned upside down. So it says this door goes here. And the other two doors go here. to knock them off the table. So, okay. Let's see what happens. All right, how's that look so far? I would assume that the door frames fit flush with the bottom of the building. That's what I would assume. Man Shed, how's it going? Doesn't matter how many times you file this stuff, when you pick it up, you find something you didn't file on. All righty. Yep. I know what they say. I definitely know what they say. All right. And then the last door. So I don't care how many times you file, you pick it up and you find a spot you missed. Rusty, how you doing? I don't think I said hey to you. Down to 5. Brr. It's supposed to be down to about 30 here tonight, and I think that's too cold. No, actually, I like the cold weather. In winter, especially, it should be cold. There we go. So, except for the windows, that's step one. So, but like I said, I'm not going to put the windows in because I'm gonna um, I'm gonna paint first, and it's hard to paint with windows in. I don't know what happened to this door. It slid. It's very odd. Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't. Doesn't really look warped. It looks pretty level. I know a lot of times those will come warped. That's for sure. All right, glue walls 2, 3, and 5 to base 1. What about 4? Okay. All right, so let's get our base ready. Now, I might leave these in here. I'm going to check and see. Hopefully, they don't interfere. Well, they do. They don't sit flat, so I'm going to have to cut those out. Mm, thanks, John. Thanks, Floyd. Thanks, Pappy. Oh, hang on a second. I got to get this plugged in. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. There, I saved it. I didn't realize my battery would run down that fast. Had to run all the way in the house and get the power cord for it. Yeah, and I still have a lot of work to do on that refinery too. Hey, Trackside Mike, how are you doing? Let's see, anybody else have a show tonight? If not, I'm just going to keep going for a little while. James says keep going. All right. That's if James says keep going, then I'm going to keep going. Dave, how are you doing? Scott Rails. Oh, so I wanted to tell y'all too, next week, I usually do the third Thursday, but I'm so since Tony's not doing his this month, that's why I'm doing the second one. So next week, Dave Thurber at Crooked River and Eastern is going to be doing my show on the third Tuesday, rather, not Thursday, Tuesday. So next week it'll be Dave at Crooked River and Eastern, and then we won't be doing an On Track Tuesday, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Okay, so there won't be an On Track Tuesday, Christmas Eve, and New Year's Eve. So make sure next Thursday you mark it down that Dave is going to do it at Crooked River and Eastern. Okay, so now there's the base, and I don't think it's really too bad. So let me close up my glue while I'm doing the walls. What's that? I like to get rid of as much excess garbage as I can. This is in there. That goes on the junk pile. Now let me take these 3 walls and file down the excess plastic. Randall Ellison, how's it going? Jason! Jason made it in. We can all go home now. Jason's in. See you, Kyle. Doesn't that make a nice sound? Squeak. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Jason. Well, then come down here and help if you want to be so critical. To make sure that that lays flat. Now, one thing you ought to watch is this is where I cut it off the sprue, but see how the wall, I don't know if you can tell very well, but the wall is angled so that the other one fits on it. So if you don't get that sprue knocked down, they ain't gonna fit together. Yeah. No, thanks, Jason. You don't want me building your turnouts. No telling your trains will go flying off the layout. All right, let's see. Ooh, a double slip. That's nice. You don't want me finishing. Like I said, you don't want me doing your turnouts. So the other thing you got to remember, I don't think these will get in the way of anything, but I'm going to cut them off anyway. Um, that's just excess plastic. It might get in the way of putting the glass on, so just in case, I'm just going to cut them all off. All right. All right, so it says to put this wall and I'm going to do it like the instructions. I'm going to orient it to the instructions. The instructions do that thing right there. I'm going to trim some of those little plastic nubs off of the front wall too. So it's got it like that. this goes on this side, and the other one goes on the other side. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to see how this fits. So it appears now the wall is a little warped, but I think I can straighten it out with some glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one side first. And it goes, these ridges here, the wall sits in front of them. So I believe, because it doesn't seem to fit behind them. Nope, it goes in front of them. Yeah, I've got one of those jigs. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's in here or not. But it doesn't matter. I've got a base that it supposedly fits against, and I don't think it'll be. I don't think it's going to be perfect anyway. All right. All right, so because of the doors, it only fits. It only fits in a certain location. You only got about a 16th of an inch back and forth to play with. So what you want to try to do, and I'll show you in just a minute after I hold this down. Shadow Wolf. Thanks, Robert. I missed that question. Yeah, these, since it's got the base, I don't really need to worry about that. But let me show you in just a second. I'm going to hold this here just a minute, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. So let me show you. So when you glue the wall down, this lines up with this. So then the outside wall will go against it. So you see how that's lined up there. And then this is, so now I'm going to glue that on like that. All right. Put the camera back. You can see what I'm doing. Yay. What did I do? What did I? No, I don't think so. I think adding the windows isn't gonna be a big deal on this little thing. I'm gonna leave the roof off. And all of that kind of stuff. All right. So, of course, all right. I think this should be fairly square. I got glue on my fingers. I hate it when that happens. I'm a sticky mess now. Yeah. So see what I like about using this tube glue is when it dries, if there's any minor seams, it'll fill it in because it's like I say, it's not only toluene, but it's got it actually has plastic in it too, melted. That's why it's thick like it is, and not just liquidy. All right, let's put this last side wall on. So as long as I hold it there for about 20 or 30 seconds, it should set and it should be okay. Squeeze that together in the middle there. So hopefully it's square. PK and W Bob. There we go. All right. So now it says to glue the rear wall in. So let's do that. And Anthony, the base wasn't warped. How about that? Which is always a good possibility with these kits, especially the older ones. Oh, look at that. I can't believe it fit together that well. Wow. It did. It fit right together, just like it was supposed to. Nice. Well, I don't have much bad to say about the fit. Is it it fit together just exactly like it should have. Wow. I am impressed with this one. This usually doesn't happen with a Walthers kit. Yeah, this is Merchant's Row 4. PK and W. Yes, it is a Walthers kit, and I can say I am impressed with this one because it fit together perfectly. It and I had to clean up a little flash on it, but man, it's a dead on fit, which never happens with the wall. I've never had a Walthers kit fit this well. I really haven't, so I can't complain. It fit on the base perfectly. Yeah, it's just going to be, once I get it once it dries, just getting it cleaned up a little bit. So what I can do now is, while I'm waiting on that, and if you can see, I don't know how well you can see, and I'll try to get to where it focuses, but this is, and there's some glue there that'll dry and I'll scrape off, but you can see the corner of that building, and that's how all four corners are. I mean, they are just dead on. They're just, yeah, they fit together really well. And that's right, Ken. That's a good tip. Get your water up to about, I think it's about 180 degrees you want it, and you can dip it for 20 to 30 seconds, and then pull the part out and flatten it. But this thing just fit nicely. I am very impressed. This does not fit together like a normal Walthers kit. It really fit together well. So I'm not complaining at all about this one. So what I'm going to do now is I can do a little bit more. I can do the chimneys. So, and I'm going to light this as well. I mean, it's not going to be unlit. It's Merchant's Row number 4. Yeah, that's right, Ken. If you get too hot with the water, bad things will happen. But around 180 degrees, don't get the water any hotter than that. And that's 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, James, number 4. I haven't put together any of the other ones, so I don't know how they fit, if they fit as well. So this is the first one I've put together of the Merchant's Row series. And like I said, I'm impressed at how well it fit together. If all Walthers kit fit that well, that would be a boon to the rest of us. Now, let me see if these nubs are going to in any way interfere with. I don't think they will. All right, so let's put the chimneys on. So 18 Raymond Anthony, how's it going? If I put the chimneys on, I won't get the roof on? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, now I know I have the one on the side. In 22. So here's the little chimney cap. Ah, dropped it on the ground. Okay, so I don't know what to do with these chimneys because the instructions only give one chimney. And it looks like it goes here. And then the other one butts up against this, the other three sides. So I guess the other's a spare. That's all I can think. All right, so aha. I put that in the wrong place. That's okay. I'll fix something. So that's where it goes. All right, so the chimneys go on these tiny little, I don't know, you barely see the raised indention. That's where the chimneys go. So that solves that mystery. The instructions aren't real clear, believe it or not. I know you don't believe the Walther instructions aren't clear on where to put the parts, but it was. Good night, Andy. That's right, Shadow Wolf. You're gonna have to go to a train show. All right, let me cut out one more of these chimney caps. Okay. Always test fit your parts before you put them together. And it seems to want to fit. So I will put it on. I will glue it onto the roof. There we go. So now it's gonna sit on. Notice there's a chimney over here. So this is for the middle office and or business, and this is for this other business here. So the roof's gonna sit on like that. I'm not gonna push it down all the way, and then but when I get the roof on permanently, I'll put the last chimney on like that. Now, the other three things that stick up, um, I guess I don't know if it's for something, a roof exit or for air conditioner units or vents or stuff like that. I guess that's what that's for. It doesn't say in the instructions what it's for. So I'm going to get some vents and things like that and put on the top. And the other thing that's missing, I can put on right now. Are these dividers. And so you glue 7 and 8 together. Okay, so we got a 7 and an 8. They get glued together. One on this sprue and one on a pair on another sprue. So what these are for, these are just basically the extension of the walls for the business. Now I'm going to glue them together first, I think. Oh, let me see why they're not fitting. Oh, okay. So they have a little tab on them, if you can see, and a little hole on this side. So they glue together. I am going to file some excess plastic off so they fit nicely. Once I get them glued together, I'll file the edges. Now let me see how they fit. Yeah, it's pretty good. Try not to put too much glue on stuff like this, because if you do, not only does it squeeze out too much, but you're basically melting the plastic is what you're doing. So it takes longer to dry the more glue you use there. Just squeeze those together. So what happens is they sit on the rooftop like that. And once they dry, I will actually file the edges. There we go. Get rid of as much excess plastic as I can. Don't need that. Now look at how much excess is on there. Funny, funny, funny. This is the dimensions. They're on the box. Ah, right there. Can you read that? So it's 10 and 5/8 inches wide. There we go. 6 and 11/30 seconds deep with the walkway. And then 4 3/4 inches tall. So that's the dimensions of it. The good thing about these Walthers kits, one good thing is you can go to the Walthers website and actually download the footprint of the building and the instructions before you decide to buy it, just to if you want to. I think they just download in PDFs. All right, let's glue this one together. Yeah. Well, luckily this isn't a trackside piece, so don't have to worry about awnings and overhangs and stuff like that. So. But just pushing the roof down, it just fits so nicely. I'm just really shocked at how nicely this fits together. I really am. And Walthers kits don't normally fit together this nicely, so I can say that I am happy. Yeah. It does look big because it's double the size of an N scale, you know. Yeah, so almost 11 inches long, you know. So I can't glue these on yet because they actually glue to the back edge. And so, because I don't want to glue the roof on yet, I'm not going to glue. These on. So, or can I without doing that? You know what? I am going to glue them on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue them on, but I'm just not. I'm going to glue them to the roof only. So what I need to do is I'm just going to put the glue up to about here so I don't get any over onto the building. Yeah, but Pappy, the good thing is that you'll be able to see it. I marvel at anybody that can work in N-scale. Because I can't see that small. Not anymore. So when I glue the roof down, then I'll glue those little tabs to the back there. There we go. So there's also a ladder that glues onto the back, and let's see what else is some downspouts. So I'm going to wait till after I paint it to put the ladder and the downspouts on it. And maybe we'll just do another live episode or something when I'm painting it. So, all right. So you can see, I said, you can see how nicely the roof fits on. I mean, I'm really surprised. I really am. This is a great Walthers kit. I would recommend you doing it because it just fits nicely. The only thing is you need to get some roof details and put on it. I guess that's what those squares are for. So like vents, air conditioning units, things like that. Whatever you want to put as a rooftop detail. I'm surprised that there's not some kind of topper that goes here. I might make something. Or either just make sure I sand this really well. Because this has got a little seam running down the middle of it. I might just have to really get after it with the sandpaper. But it would have been nice to have some kind of detail like this across here as well. I wonder. It would be nice to be able to. Maybe there are some. I'll have to check some companies and see if there's some cornice details like this that you can buy separately, because it would be nice to have something running across like that. And that fits perfectly, actually. So it would be nice. I wonder if you can get. I don't know if you can get something like that that would fit or not. So anyway, that's it so far. So that's as far as I'm going to go tonight. Hey, Bob Ainsworth, how are you doing? Like I said, this is Merchants Row number 4. So I recommend that you get it because it just fits together fantastically. I mean, I am shocked at how well it fits together. I really am. So you're going to have to get some more details for it, for the rooftop. But and then, like I said, I'm going to use some of the rooms that came with it because it did come with 3 different office things. But I think I'm going to find something I like better. The only one I really liked is the plumbing one. The other 2 I'm not so sure of. So. But it does come with the curtains, the blinds, and all that kind of stuff. Venetian blinds down here, and then pull down blinds, and then curtains. So that's pretty nice. But I will paint it at some point, and like I said, maybe I'll do a live stream while I paint it, and then go from there. But it does, like I said, it fits together. It's just super nice the way it fits together. I'm shocked. Yeah, probably so. So. And I'm going to make the brick all one color, so it's all going to be red brick. So that dark red brick. So. And I'll go look and see if Tamiya's got a spray paint. One thing I like about Tamiya spray paint is that it's a super fine mist, and it's almost as good as an airbrush. You don't have the control, of course, but the mist itself is really good on those Tamiya spray cans. So if I can find an appropriate brick color, I will use that. If not, I might just find some kind of spray can at the hardware store, that would work. So, because even though I painted brick, I'm going to have to come back and all these details. I'm going to have to paint. I'm going to have to paint concrete colored. So. Yeah, so Shadow Wolf, it's just being careful. That's all it is to it. So, but there's some other things I'm going to have to do. Like there's this doesn't come with walls in between the different things. It doesn't come with floors in between the top and the bottom. So those things are going to have to be put in, that kind of stuff. Zerudo, how are you doing? No, PK and W, I'm going to do that after I paint. Yeah. But this is this is it. I will put out another notice of a live stream when I'm going to paint the building, so y'all watch out for that. What I'll probably do is spray paint it the brick color first, and then do the live stream. So that way you can see me painting all the details, because anybody knows how to hold a spray can. So see you, John. John Dilly is leaving the house. So Ken, see ya. So I'm going to let y'all go. I appreciate you sticking with me for over 2 hours. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Don't forget. Hey, Todd Armstrong. Sorry, I don't think I said hi to you. So don't forget Dave Thurber next week at the Crooked River in Eastern. He's going to be doing the third Tuesday, and then Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, no On Track Tuesday after that. So, all right, thanks, Pappy. Y'all have a good evening, and no problem, Bob. Y'all have a great evening, and we will see you later.